पानी है। अभी देखिए
Good morning, everyone.
Hello. Hello. Dr. Homi Bhabha State University, Government of Maharashtra Cluster University, Mumbai, and Principal Elphi College. My entire Techtsar team is grateful to her for her wholehearted support and guidance throughout. She is a mentor for us. The entire team is to her for her constant motivation and support. I also thank Dr. Rajendra Dhamnaskar, Sir, Coordinator, IT Department, Elphi College, for his constant encouragement and cooperation throughout the process. Once again, I welcome all the distinguished teachers, parents, participants, and students present here in this wonderful online technical event. Now, I request our coordinator, Dr. Rajendra Dhamnaskar, Sir, to address the audience and share few words about the department and technical festival. Over to you, sir.
Good morning, one and all. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Homi Bhabha State University, and our Principal, Dr. Swati Vawal Madam. Today's guest speaker, Sri NAVIN Reddy Sir, dear colleagues, teachers, students, parents, participants. On behalf of Elphinstone College, Department of Information Technology, and team of Techtsar 2021, I welcome you all to the Techtsar 2021. I hope and pray that all is good with you and your family during this difficult time as global COVID-19 pandemic is still peaking around. In today's world, information technology has become the most fundamental need for proper functioning of human society, be it running the banks or getting food from an eatery home delivered. Information technology has become the part and parcel of our lives. This dependence on information technology has given rise to the demand of learning and further innovation in this field, as a result of which it has become one of the most popular fields in education and career. IT specialization is seen in every branch of education, software, engineering, aviation, medicine, hospitality, and so on. In this era, the best career option for students in present and immediate future is to become an IT professional. Every day-to-day activity is nowadays governed and performed with the help of IT. Most people confuse IT courses with computer science. Computer science is the study of aspect of computing, whereas the information technology deals with regulation and security of data through electronic devices and its related software. Information technology is everywhere, speaking about applications in our daily lives. For every task existing under the sun, there is an application to either help to learn how to do it or to teach how to do it better and more effectively. A career in IT is the most relevant and financially rewarding path to follow the students. It is known fact that almost all the top global IT companies have sizable number of Indian IT graduates working in various capacities. Many more Indian IT professionals are working in different parts of universe. The IT department of Elphinstone College has qualified teachers who strive for overall development of students. The institute is known for providing quality education in the field of science. Equal opportunities to all learners are given, with special preferences to socially and economically backward students. Our college is known for providing quality education in the field of science and technology. IT department provides wide range of activities and also promotes students in the field of research ideas and innovation in development. So coming to Techtsar 2's activity, Techtsar started back in 2009. This function is special as it is of the annual function to offer excellent opportunities to the students. It is a platform to showcase skills, knowledge, and ability. The name of the festival was inspired by two words, tech, technology, and Tizar, that is king, and it was proposed by our alumni, Rohan Bambani. The motto is merging talent with technology. The festival consists of many events such as tech quiz, tech debate, IT exhibition, logo quiz, code war, even the games like PS 2021, Scribble, Mini Militia, Call of Duty, Clash Royale, and so on. Students from many colleges across Maharashtra, especially from the region of Mumbai, Thane, and Navi Mumbai, participates in the event. Currently, it is known as one of the fastest growing college festivals in University of Mumbai and in HBSU, that is Dr. Homi Bhabha State University. As usual, our students and faculties are trying their level best to grant this college function. The participants are going since last 2 months. The participants are working hard since last 2 months. Therefore, let us cheerfully support our students, Techtsar team, who have been working from last 1 month for Techstar 2021. Finally, I would like to say that many may everyone enjoy Exar College function and gather some wonderful and cheerful memories with you. A humble request, please follow all COVID-19 protocols suggested by Government of Maharashtra for performing in any event. Thank you all. Thank you.
Hello. Hari. Hello. Thank you so much, sir. We feel really privileged to have your supervision and backing with us at all times possible. Without you, all those would not have been possible. Audible, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir, and my dear colleagues for the inauguration. Vice Chancellor, Dr. Homi Baba State University, Mumbai, and Principal Elphiston College, Dr. Swati Wawar,
On behalf of Swati Wawar Madam, I'm reading the message. In fact, in short, I'm just conveying her message that is sent for all of us. Good morning to one and all. Hope all of you are doing well and following the COVID-19 protocols suggested by Government of Maharashtra. As all of you know that due to ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, this year we are celebrating Techtsar 2021 event on a virtual platform. Elphinstone College, established in 1834, is one of the oldest colleges in Mumbai. It played a major role in shaping and developing the educational landscape of the city. It also played the pivotal role in the inspection of University of Mumbai. Now it is one of the constituent colleges of Dr. Homi Baba State University, which is newly formed state-owned first cluster university. Elphinstone College constitutes two academic entities, Junior College and Degree College. Junior College constitutes first year and second year junior college, that is 11th and 12th, arts, science, commerce, and in science stream, even we have computer science and electronics branches. For degree college, we have FY, SY, TY, BA, BSc, BCom, and even we have BSc Biotech and BSc IT courses. The college is providing equal opportunities to all learners through quality education to mold them to be a responsible citizen of India, especially those who are socially and economically marginalized. The value of contribution of Elphinstone College to the area of literacy and education in general and immense by providing space for all types of learners. The government of Maharashtra and college catering to the needs of learners, industry and society at large. Our college has continuously been exploring innovative education tended by imparting quality education to all sections of the society. Elphinstone College is not only good in academic area but also involved in sports, leadership and organizing activities. I highly appreciate the great efforts taken by my teachers by providing all-round education to the students. Apart from striking for advancement in academic achievements, the college also nurtures students with values, proper attitude, and a formal and informal curricula on languages, mathematics, science, humanity, etc. I always set students' benefit to the first priority, that is top priority. The college offers countless opportunities for students to take part in all sorts of co-curricular activities and community services to broaden their exposure and insight. The achievements of the college do not come so easy. The drive for excellence permeates the college culture. Teaching and learning are the core activities of college. We should make good use of every minute of invaluable instruction, time on enhancing students' learning, and so on. I always support my teachers on their professional development and teaching. Great teachers are the most ingredient to the success of our college. Once again, I repeat, I always support teachers on their professional development and teaching. Great teachers are the most important ingredients to the success of our college. As a principal, I sincerely thank the entire staff for commitment in building a solid foundation of the college. I also thank the parents for their support and thanks my dear students for their diligent work and engagement in the college. Once again, thank you all and my best wishes to Techtsar 2021 team. Thank you. this is the message given by our honorable principal and the now who has recently taken the charge as a vice chancellor of Dr. Homi Bhabha State University, Mumbai.
Thank you so much, Principal Madam, for your kind words and motivation throughout the process. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Team Techtsar. Now, I would like to introduce the resource person for today's event, guest lecturer, Mr. NAVIN Reddy, sir. He is a corporate trader, edutuber, TEDx speaker, founder of TELUSKO EduTech. He is having 10 plus years of industry experience. NAVIN Reddy, sir, is a great mentor, teaching students on YouTube channel, TELUSKO. He take efforts to create great content to share skills of professional level development. His lectures, talks, and meetups are always fun, and it's great to be a part of learning family. I'm glad to be uh, I'm glad to stay in Alien for almost 6 years now and for the years to come. I feel extremely honored to welcome you, sir, as a resource person for today's webinar on blockchain. Over to you, Naveen, sir.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for inviting me. I'm very happy to be here today. I know after COVID, it's been different. Initially, I used to go to colleges for seminars, but now everything is online. So before going ahead, I just want to check if I'm properly audible, if I'm properly visible. I'm also going to share my screen. Just looking for a way. Yeah, so I can see a present option. So I'll be sharing my screen as well. Okay, now I want this session to be very interactive. Since it is a morning session, I know maybe you are feeling a bit lazy. So what we can do is we can have a interactive session. I will ask you questions and you try to answer. Try to use your chat window, because if everyone is unmuting themselves, it will be difficult to interact. So once again, thanks to Elphi College, thanks to Fazin for contacting me to and to get me here in this event, and I hope it will be a grand event this year as well. Okay, so with that note, let me just get started. So everyone just comment in the comment section or in the chat window if I'm properly audible. Okay, perfect. Himanshu says absolutely. Great. Perfect. So let me just share my screen. In fact, before sharing this screen, let me talk about the topic. The topic for today is blockchain. Now, of course, this is a new topic, right? Not everyone is well versed with this name also. Maybe you have heard about this name, or you have gone through some topics regarding blockchain. But even before talking about it, the main question is it relatable to you? I mean, think about this. You are doing your graduation, and I'm just assuming that you are from IT background. Of course, that's why you called me. So when you talk about IT, of course, after completing your graduation or master's, you will be looking for a job in the industry, or maybe you want to be an entrepreneur. Now, one of the best way to get into industry nowadays is to get hold on new technologies. Those days are gone when just by learning Java you can get a job, or just by learning C and C++ you will get a job. Now you have to learn something which is new in the industry, which is trending. Now, one of the trending topic which everyone knows. So what do you think? What is a trending topic which you should learn to get the job? So again, use the chat window. So name topics which or the technologies which you can learn to get a job in the industry. I assume there might be some delay in the answers as well. Be quick, everyone. Let me give you a hint. One of it is, okay, so someone says cybersecurity. That's great. Great answer. Okay, Alok says IT field, Python. Okay, ethical hacking. Great. Cybersecurity, networking, full stack development, blockchain development. Okay, great. Nikhil says IoT. Oh, awesome. So yeah, these are the technologies, right? And you missed the main one, which is AI, right? Everyone is talking about artificial intelligence. In future, everything will be done by computers. That's what they promise. Maybe even teachers will be replaced, even doctors will be replaced. I don't think so. Creative people will be replaced. Teachers will be there because they know how to teach. Doctors will be there because they know how to treat. But the repetitive work should be done by computers, right? Okay, so that's one. So one of the trending technology which will let you, which will take the entire world is AI, machine learning, of course. The next one which we can talk about is ethical hacking. Now, ethical hacking is not new. It's there from a long time. It's there from last 15, 16 years. In fact, when I was doing my graduation in 2010, even at that point, everyone used to say, ethical hacking is the future. See, the thing is, ethical hacking was there. It is there now, and it will be there in the future as well. Because it's all about computers, right? It's all about networks. So of course, there will be hackers who want to attack. So you have to be the police, or you have to be the security person who will stop those attacks, and that's why we say cybersecurity. So instead of using this word now, which is ethical hacking, the more proper word is cybersecurity. I know a lot of institutes, they sell their courses by saying ethical hacking is the future. It is, but not in the name of ethical hacking. The famous term, or the thing you should focus now, is cybersecurity. Okay. Then, yeah, full stack development is a long time. So the new technologies are IoT, AI, and blockchain. Now the thing is, IoT and AI, they're quite famous. A lot of people know about them, but a lot of people don't know about a blockchain, and that's my job here, to promote blockchain. Now, I'm into blockchain industry from last 3 years now. I started in 2018 somewhere. Yeah, 2018, and now I'm still trying to figure out where I can use this technology. The thing is, with every new technology, we have one big problem: the use cases. See, if we talk about all the technology which you have in the industry, it took some time for them, right? Maybe 5 years, 6 years, 10 years. But now, if you look at the industry, whatever new technology is coming, it is adapted very fast. Maybe you can say people are more open now to use new technologies, or the way it is happening, everything is so fast nowadays, right? So maybe that's why people are going for the new technologies. But the thing is, a lot of people don't know about blockchain. Reason? No one talks about it. Reason? It's not catchy, right? What is catchy is Bitcoin. What is catchy is Ethereum. What is catchy is cryptocurrencies. Yeah, so if I start my topic by saying cryptocurrencies, you will say, hey, ye to suna hai, but not blockchain. Okay, just give a thumbs up, say something if you know about cryptocurrencies in the comment section. Of course, everyone nowadays knows about cryptocurrency, right? That's how thing works. In news as well, if you go to any website, I'm not talking about the news channels, Indian news channels, I'm talking about all the internet articles, or Medium articles, or Quora, or Google News. They all talk about one thing, which is cryptocurrencies, right? Now, recently we have this thing, which is Indian government is going to ban cryptocurrencies, right? When someone asks me, in which field you're working now, when I say I'm working on blockchain, they say, hey, it's banned, right? Not exactly. Blockchain is not banned. Cryptocurrencies is going to be banned. Now, again, there are some terms and conditions here. There's a star. So I was recently reading an article, and where our finance minister says they are going to ban cryptocurrencies, but not all. And they are going to use a technology behind it somewhere. And that somewhere is banking industry, the finance industry. Yeah, so before talking about any of the stuff, let me just share my screen. And just let me know if you can see my screen. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen. Just in the chat window, just say something so that I will know if the screen is getting shared. Okay, I'm assuming. So if you can help me here, let me know if everything is proper. Okay, great. So let me start the PPT. So yeah, I know I'm not a PPT person. Okay. See, every time you attend a webinar, even when I do the webinars, I don't prefer to use PPTs. But unfortunately, there are times where we have to use slides, right? So basically, slides help you to get the content. You can visually see what is happening, whatever I'm saying. So topic for today is blockchain, and it's not Bitcoin. Now, a lot of people do get confused between blockchain and Bitcoin. Now, why Bitcoin is trending so much now? I don't know if you have seen the current price of Bitcoin. It's almost $58,000. I mean, can you imagine that? I guess it's around 42 lakhs rupees for one Bitcoin. Now, what is a Bitcoin in the first go? The problem is, see, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about what is Bitcoin. We'll talk about cryptocurrencies. But why it is getting so much of trend nowadays? Now, it's all because of this guy. Anyone knows about who is this? You can use your chat window and let me know who is this. And unfortunately, since I'm showing my screen, I can't see a chat window. Okay, that's fine. You can use the chat window to answer, but I will check that later. Now, this guy is Elon Musk. Now, one of my idol, or the person who I follow, is Elon Musk. Now, great personality, great talent. He's responsible for electric cars. He's responsible for SpaceX missions, the Mars mission, basically. But from last few months, things are a bit different on Twitter because of Elon Musk. Whenever he tweets about one company or a technology, that company or technology gets a boom because everyone respects him, right? And if he's saying something, it should be logical. And recently, he started talking about Dogecoin. Now, it is weird, right? I mean, look at the name Dogecoin. Look at the logo. And so this dog here is named Doge. Again, you can just go to Google and search for the history. Now, if you are old enough, in 2011-12, when the meme was very new, this dog was very famous. So the meme started because of this dog. Okay, so if you are a meme fanboy, and on Facebook, if you share memes, if you create memes thanks to this dog. So this is Dogecoin. Now, Dogecoin is a currency. Now, what is a cryptocurrency basically? See, when you want to buy something online, or whenever you want to buy something nowadays, especially after demonetization, we started using online services a lot, right? Whenever you want to pay something, you use Paytm or Google Pay. In fact, even if you want to eat a vada pav, you go out and you pay using Google Pay. And sometimes I think it's exciting how everything got changed because of mobile phones, because of internet. You don't have to carry cash or card with you. Now, cryptocurrency is almost same as normal currency. I said almost is because, see, in different countries, we have different currencies, right? If you are in India, we have to use rupees. If you go to US, you have to use dollars. If you go to some other country, example, Malaysia, you have to use ringgits. If you go to, let's say, Europe, you have to use different currency, let's say pound or euro. Now, the thing is, different countries have different currencies, and that's where the problem starts. There is a problem of currency conversion, right? The charges is very high. As a YouTuber, I do get paid from Google coming in dollars, and the conversion rate. So banks basically they deduct a lot of money in between. So you can imagine if Google pays me 100 rupees, I only receive 93 rupees. So 7 rupees in between goes for transaction cost, goes for tax. In fact, I don't even receive 93. What I receive is 80 because out of 93, some part is taken by US government as a tax, some part is taken by Indian government as a tax, and what I receive is 80 rupees. So that's the fee. See, I don't have issue with tax, but I have issues with the transaction cost. So I don't want bank to charge 7 rupees for one transaction. So instead of using the fiat currencies, rupees, dollars, we can use cryptocurrencies. where you can pay to anyone with minimum transaction cost, and that too with the same currency. So it doesn't matter you are from US, India, or any other country, you can pay with one cryptocurrency. But the problem is we don't have one cryptocurrency. We have multiple cryptocurrencies. We have Bitcoin, we have Dogecoin, we have Ethereum. I mean, the list goes on. I don't know if you have heard about Libra. So even Facebook is coming up with their own cryptocurrency called called Libra. Now, if you have all these cryptocurrencies, basically you can do transactions using cryptocurrencies, right? Now, Dogecoin recently got famous because of this tweet. Now, Dogecoin is not new, okay? It's there from a long time, but I guess it started in 2013. It's been 8 years now, but from last few days, or few days, last month actually, Elon Musk tweeted on Twitter about this thing, Doge. And because of this, everyone talks about Dogecoin now. So if you go to memes or articles, they talk about Dogecoin. But let's start with the first one. Which is the first cryptocurrency? It is Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin came in 2009, and the current price of a Bitcoin is approximately $58,000, which converts to Indian rupees as 42 lakhs. Can you imagine that? The thing is, the price is changing continuously. When I started learning blockchain, the price of Bitcoin was $17,000, and now it is $58,000. सोचो अगर मैंने वो टाइम पे buy किया होता, मैं millionaire होता अभी. So that's the thing. So I'm thinking of buying a Bitcoin now. Of course, not one Bitcoin. I can buy the fraction of it, maybe by paying, let's say, 1,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees. We can buy a fraction of Bitcoins, and in future the price may go up. But the price may go up. The price may also come down, right? So that's a risk you have to take with Bitcoin. Not recommended for normal investors, but yeah, people who have a lot of money, they can do it. So basically, the future is cryptocurrencies. Even if the government bans cryptocurrencies, there will be a way to legalize it. Again, government is not banning all the cryptocurrencies. They are going to ban the general concept of having open cryptocurrencies. There will be some rules and regulations coming up by which they will legalize cryptocurrencies. And they don't have an option. A lot of countries already doing that, okay? Okay, so basically it's a cryptocurrency. The next best thing about Bitcoin is it's a peer-to-peer technology. Now, what is peer-to-peer technology? So let's say if I want to send you some rupees, let's say we have Alok here, and let's say, Alok, I'm sending you 10,000 rupees. Okay, let's go for a small amount because I don't have that much of money now. Let's say I want to send you 10 rupees. So Alok, I'm sending you 10 rupees. The thing is, I'm not gifting you 10 rupees, I'm giving you a loan. So basically you owe me 10 rupees, okay? So if I give you 10 rupees, after a month, you have to give me 10 rupees back. That's a deal, okay? The thing is, I've given you 10 rupees. After a month, when I'm asking you for the money, you're saying, hey, I don't know you, or I have not received any money from you, and I don't owe any money to you. Now, in this case, do I have a proof that I have sent 10 rupees? Yes, if I have sent that through a bank, I can show the bank statement. I can show that in my app that this is where I have sent you 10 rupees, right? So the data is getting stored on the bank server, right? So if you don't have a bank, I can't trust anyone. So of course, I imagine this. If you don't have a bank in between, and will you transfer anyone any amount online? Of course not, right? If you can't prove, we need something in between. But the problem is the moment you have banks in between, they control everything. They control your money. And recently you have seen all these scams and scandals happening in the banking industry. The PNC bank got closed. PNB has given loan to the lot of business people, and they're not able to recover now. So and Yes Bank. So all these banks are making so much of trouble for the normal customers. Imagine if you have an account in Yes Bank, and a bank says, we lost all the money, now we don't have money to pay you back, or we will pay you after 5 years. It's your money, which is there with the bank, and bank is not giving you back. So that's the problem we have to solve. That's the first issue. Bank owns your money, Our bank holds your money. Second is the transaction cost. To solve that issue, we can go for decentralized banks. These are not exactly banks, this is a technology. Imagine whatever we transfer is getting stored on all the machines in the world. We don't need a bank in between. See, to know more about Bitcoin, you can just go to YouTube or Google and search about Bitcoin. I have the entire series on it. We don't have enough time. We only have 1 hour, right? So we can talk about important stuff here. And we can use Bitcoin to do worldwide transactions, not specific to one country. I just want to check if everything is proper. Let me just go to the. Okay, right. So chat window is still working. Yeah, that's right. YouTube has passed extra tax for creators outside US. That's right. So they are basically, so US will be charging some tax and India will also charge some tax. So whatever we will get back is, we have to be happy with it. Okay, what's that? Yeah. Now, so Bitcoin is famous, right? Now, Bitcoin came in 2009, and after that, a lot of companies thought, hey, Bitcoin is great. Can Bitcoin release the entire currency market? Might be. I'm not saying it is one of the best things, because there are some drawbacks with Bitcoin as well. Now, Bitcoin is trying to replace dollars. It is trying to replace all the currencies in the world. So in future, if you want to pay something, you'll be paying with Bitcoins. Okay, I know you'll be saying we don't have that much of money to buy 1 Bitcoin. So what you can do is, like we have rupees, we have paisa. In the same way, we have Bitcoin, and then we have Satoshis. So I guess 1 million Satoshi is 1 Bitcoin, if I'm not wrong. And why this name Satoshi is because Bitcoin was created by Satoshi Nakamoto. We are not able to confirm, is it a person or is it a fake name? I mean, pseudonym. But yeah, Satoshi Nakamoto is the creator of Bitcoin. Now, the most important term here in Bitcoin is proof of work. See, the thing is, in Bitcoin network, or when you talk about Bitcoin, we don't have bank in between. Okay, no banks. So there's no Indian bank, there's no SBI bank. Whenever you transfer money, it's from 1 to 1. If I send money to Alok, it's only 2 parties involved here, the sender and the receiver. There's no bank in between. But in the entire network, everyone will have a copy of it. Okay, so that's why it is distributed or decentralized, what we call. But then who will verify this transaction? Let's say in future, Alok will say, I have paid 1,000 rupees to Navin, and there's no proof of it. Or maybe Alok is a hacker who is doing it. So every transaction needs verification. And this verification is called, or there's a concept called consensus. We can't go in detail about it, but this is done with the help of proof of work. Now, proof of work is an algorithm which runs on a machine, not on your normal machine. Okay, I'm talking about a supercomputer. Or you have to buy a lot of GPUs or CPUs with you to do that calculation. So imagine in this world, we have, let's say, 1,000 machines on the network, and each machine is doing the same calculation. Imagine the amount of energy we are wasting. Okay, so that's one of the drawbacks of Bitcoin. We don't want to waste energy because we are lacking of energy, right? We don't use AC full day because we want to save energy. And that's why we are going for electric cars, because we don't want to harm the environment. Anyway, that electricity is coming from diesel, so okay, that's a big topic to talk about. The thing is, Bitcoin has some drawbacks, and Bitcoin is great. Bitcoin works on decentralized network, but who are we? We are not normal users, right? This session is not for normal users. This session is specifically for IT professionals. You will be in the industry working on softwares. You will be developers. You will be testers. You will be project managers. Why it matters to you? Because we want to build applications not on normal internet, but on the decentralized internet. That's right. In future, everything will be decentralized. Now, whenever you go to Facebook, Facebook owns your data, right? So whenever you open Facebook, when you post, when you do some post or when you upload photos, Facebook owns your data because it's a central server. WhatsApp owns your data. Google owns your data because you are storing all the data on their servers. In future, we don't want that. We want to use, instead of using central servers, we want to use decentralized machines. Okay, so, and then we want to create softwares which will work on all these machines. So this is not normal software, right? You can't do that with normal programming language or C or C++. In fact, we can do that, but there's a lot of things behind it, okay? So as a developer, we have to focus on development, right? We have to focus on softwares, and that's where we have a concept of Ethereum. Now, Ethereum is also a cryptocurrency, but it's also a platform where you can save data and you can write applications. I don't know if you have heard about dApps. So dApps stands for decentralized applications, okay? And it is also called smart contracts because we can legalize, we can write code for legal terms, okay? And the best thing is it is not using proof of work. If you remember, in Bitcoin we use proof of work. Here we are using proof of stake. The difference is in proof of work, it's all about calculation, and calculation needs power. I mean energy, and energy is getting wasted. Proof of stake is all about money. It's not about energy, right? So we are not wasting energy anymore. Ethereum 2.0 is actually based on proof of stake, which is on the way. Now, if you're not getting all this stuff as of now, that's fine. It is a bit complex to understand in one go, especially in the first 1 hour. It will take a lot of time to understand. It took me 3 years. Trust me, it takes time. So basically, we have Dogecoin, we have Bitcoin, we have Ethereum, right? But what is making all these things work? What is the technology behind this thing? And that is blockchain. Now think about this. What is more important, the application or the technology? Okay, you can use the chat window. Tell me about it. Is it the application or the technology? Let me rephrase my question. What is more important, the Android applications or the Android OS which you use? Which is more powerful? Of course, right, the OS. If you have that OS, you can make more applications, but if you remove that OS, where you will run those applications? In the same way, all these cryptocurrencies run on a technology called blockchain, okay? So in future, if you want to learn about this, you want to expand, think about blockchain, not Bitcoins. And that's why the main topic of, if you remember the first slide, blockchain is not Bitcoin, but Bitcoin works on blockchain, okay? Now, why we have all this thing? I mean, we have all this thing, that's great, but why it all started? It all started because when internet was built, somewhere around 1970s, it was built on trust. Everyone on the internet was trusting each other. Now, I don't know if you know about the history of internet. If you are from first year or second year, you have this amazing subject called computer networks. In the first page itself of that book, which talks about ARPANET, right? Milnet, ARPANET, I don't know if you remember that. And which talks about two scientific institutions. They came together to create their first network. And now these two institutions, they were knowing each other. So there was a trust. But now, do you trust anyone on the internet? Of course not, right? We don't even talk to our friends on Facebook now. So there's recently a lot of hacking is going on Facebook. People are creating fake profiles of someone and they're asking for money. So in fact, I received 3 messages from my 3 different friends, and they were my college friends, okay? And I don't know how hacker knows about all my friends here. So 2 were from my school friend and 1 was college friend, and then he messaged me by saying, hey, hi bhai, kaisa hai? And then we were like, okay, main theek hu, tu kaisa hai? And then everything was going well. Suddenly he said, मेरे मामा का operation है, I need cash. And he was asking me for 2,000 rupees. So it's not a big amount, right? And that's why it clicked me. Why he will ask 2,000 from me? It's not a big amount. He can ask from his family members. After such a long time, सिर्फ 2,000 क्यों मांग रहे हैं? And then I did some research. I called him. I was having his number, and he says, मैंने कोई ऐसा मैसेज भेजा ही नहीं. So that's the thing, right? A lot of happening. There's a lot of hacking is going on, and that's why it's difficult to trust anyone online now. So how do you? So let's talk about. Let's go to 1993. Now, in 1993, when internet was very famous, that was the time when all this company came up to the internet and said, "Hey, we will have our own website now." So basically, they came up with the concept of www, where they named it as Web 1.0. That means, as a user, as a normal person, if you use the internet in that era of 1993, when you use the internet, you basically read the websites. That's it. You go to a website, you read about stuff, and you close it. As a user, there was no option of uploading content. So there was no Facebook, right, where you will upload your photos, where you will post something, where people will read, people will interact. There was nothing like that. But after a few years, maybe in 2000, 2001, we got something called Web 2.0, where as a normal person, I can read, I can write, both, right? Everything was going good, but the problem started. The moment you, as a normal person, started pushing data on the internet, that means you're sharing yourself, you're sharing your life with everyone. And that's fine. Example, if I go somewhere, if I go to a shopping mall, I update my status going to shopping mall. Or maybe if I'm watching a movie, I update my status watching a movie. If I'm going abroad, I'm just updating everyone. I'm going to this country, I have this flight. In fact, some people upload their tickets, the plane tickets online. And that's weird, right? Now, to upload everything on the internet, we have one big issue, the privacy issue. In fact, there's a quote. In fact, this is my quote. Google knows more about you than you know about yourself. In fact, I use the same slide in my TEDx talk. I love this deck. In fact, I use the same deck everywhere for basic introduction. So Google knows more about you than you know about yourself because you share everything with Google. I'm not just saying what you post on Facebook or what you post on WhatsApp. I'm also talking about your activities, what you search on Google, what you command your phone. In fact, what you do every day is you unlock. Maybe some people search something using their voice. If you have a Google Home at your home, it's weird. It is continuously listening to you. If you have a senior iPhone, it's continuously listening to you. Okay. For this, if all these machines are reading, they are doing a lot of on you. So basically, you are an experimental object for all these companies, and they know about you more than you know about yourself. So basically, we are living in an information age where information is the most important asset, right? And we are giving that for free. So some people say, hey, we are using Facebook for free. We are using WhatsApp for free. Some people had this issue. I remember there was a rumor that WhatsApp is going to be a paid version. So they will be stopping the free version and you have to buy WhatsApp. And everyone was against it. Why you have to pay for it? The problem is you're still paying for it. Not with the money, but with the data. You are sharing everything online, right? So data is a new currency. So basically, now is a time where we have to stop giving our data to big companies. How do we do that? See, privacy is a big concern, right? When you talk about Facebook, Facebook is getting all of your data, Google is getting all your data, and we don't want that. We don't want to share our data, but we don't have a choice. In fact, I was talking to one of my friends, and he was like, "मैं तो यार Facebook use नहीं करता. ना मेरा अकाउंट फेसबुक पे है, ना मेरा अकाउंट ट्विटर पे है, ना मेरा अकाउंट he used WhatsApp, I guess. ना मेरा account कोई भी बड़े social network पे, ना TikTok पे, ना Instagram पे. He was very proud of it. I was like, okay, great. But मैंने उसको पूछा, do you use Google? उसने कहा, हाँ, of course, I can't do anything without Google. But the bus हो गया ना, Google knows more about you than what you share on different platforms. Example, let's say, if I'm going to a shopping mall, and if I'm not updating that on Facebook, but Google knows where I am, thanks to the GPS. Everywhere you go, it tracks, right? So maybe you can tell your parents, we are going to college, but you go to movie. You can lie to your mother. You can't lie to Google, right? Google knows where you are, and it shows everything on a timeline. So if you go to Google Maps timeline, it will show you all the locations where you went, everything, right? So we don't want that. Of course, we want that feature, but we don't want a company in between who will use that data for wrong use. And yes, they are using your data for a wrong purpose. In 2016 election in US, it was weird. Trump got elected. Everyone was shocked how Trump got elected. Then there were a lot of elections where Facebook was directly involved in influencing people. Now, whatever fights is happening online now, all this BJP, Congress, whatever fights are happening, see, by default, I'm not supporting any party here, right? Maybe even you don't support a party. Doesn't matter what your religion is, what is your thoughts about politics, what is your thoughts about your country. By default, we are not against any religion or any political party, but Facebook motivates you. Facebook, what you say, it will play with your mind. So every time you go to Facebook, you feel negative because of all those posts, and Facebook knows how to target the audience. Okay, so don't get motivated by all those posts, right? So don't get influenced, and Facebook is doing that. So we don't want that, and that's why we are moving towards Web 3.0 with the help of blockchain, where there will not be a central company who will influence you. Facebook, Google, Twitter, they will not influence you, because your data will be with you, not with any other company. Example, my age, my height, my medical history, my locations, everything will be with me. Now, recently, there's one more thing. Recently, I got a new SIM card. Now, this SIM card is of Airtel. Okay, I already have a Vodafone, but the place where I'm staying now, I don't have a proper network. So I went with Airtel. It's a very new number. I have not given that number to anyone. Okay, I have not called anyone, but still, I receive messages from different companies. That's weird. Who is sharing this data? Maybe Airtel, maybe the shop from where I bought that SIM card. Right, that's the thing. Everyone is sharing our data, and we don't even know about it. So that's the thing. And soon I'm going to start the D&D. But yeah, so basically, we don't want our data to be shared by big companies, and we don't want them to own your data. You should own your data, and that's the power blockchain gives you. So when I say I'm not working in Bitcoin, I'm working on blockchain, I'm working on blockchain to solve all this issue. Now, what issues I'm talking about? The first issue, we have to solve poverty. Second issue, we have to solve healthcare. Third issue, we have to solve supply chain. Let me go in a reverse order. What issues we have in supply chain? Let's talk about the big one. Have you seen any cases where people ordered iPhone from Flipkart and what they received is a stone? Have you seen that? What is happening? Is Flipkart is doing some mishap in between, or the warehouse or the delivery person? No one knows. Even Flipkart don't know what is happening in between. Flipkart is sure nothing is happening from their side. Something is happening in between the warehouses, the delivery person. That's one issue. The second issue is whatever diamond you buy. So let's say you're gifting a diamond to your mom. Okay. Now in this case, you went to a jewelry shop, you bought a diamond, and now you gifted that diamond to your mom, or maybe after a few years when you get married, you will give it to your spouse. Now, in this case, how do you know if that diamond is actually authentic? Is it really coming from a country which is claiming? Is it really coming from a dealer which it claims? No one knows, right? We have a huge gap in supply chain. We have to solve that. The second problem is healthcare. In 2019, December or November, I had a talk in Malaysia. But one week before, I met with an accident. I was riding my scooty, and then because I don't know how it happened, but I met with a small accident. I got 2 fractures in this hand and in my right leg. But I was lying down on the road, okay? And then some people took me to the hospital. I was a bit unconscious, okay? And then in the hospital, the doctor, I was unconscious partially. And then doctor was asking me, do you have any allergy to any medicines? Are you diabetic? The thing is, I said, no, I'm not allergic, I'm not diabetic. And I was right. I took medicines and I got well. I was able to go home with all the bandages. But the thing is, think about this. What if I had allergies? What if I'm diabetic? But since I'm in that shock of met with an accident, maybe I said no. So basically, doctors should know my medical history. How? So basically, every hospitals should share data. So example, if I go to, so let's say I go to my family doctor, he has all my records. That doctor should share the records with other hospitals when they ask for it. Is it happening now? Yes. But what's the guarantee that whatever information is getting shared between the doctors are correct? Maybe they're corrupted. So let's say till yesterday I was not diabetic, but today I have done the test and now I'm diabetic. Okay, it's not one day process, but imagine I got a disease which happens in days or weeks. Now in this case, maybe the doctor is sending the old records. That's the issue we have to solve. There are a lot of people dying because of this, because of wrong information. And the first one is poverty. See, every country is trying to remove poverty. Now, do you believe or not, that's a different thing. But every country, every government is trying to remove poverty. Every NGO is trying to remove poverty. Every businessman is donating money so that they will remove poverty. But with that good attempt, there are some corrupt people as well. So in between, we have a lot of corrupt people. So whatever money is coming from for the poor people, they're getting eaten by all these corrupt people in between. That's one issue. Second, even if it's not corruption, there's not a proper way of sending money from a person to person, right? So we have to solve that. Example, if I donate, so let's say there's a hospital nearby, or there's a ashram nearby, and I want to donate, let's say, 1,000 rupees. If I donate that money to the ashram or the NGO, I'm not sure if anyone is getting benefited from that. So next time I may not be able to donate. I want to, but I'm not sure if that money is getting actually used. But if I know, when I donated that 1,000 rupees, the children were able to buy books, I'll be very happy. Next time I will donate 10,000 rupees because I'm happy. I know it is helping people. That's the thing. Can you directly help someone? And that's the issue we are trying to solve. So all these 3 issues can be solved with one. In fact, we have 3 more issues. Yeah, so all this common problem can be solved with Bitcoins. Or not exactly Bitcoins, but blockchain. So the first one, poverty, can be solved with Bitcoins. Because Bitcoin is peer-to-peer, right? I can directly send money to the person's account. Okay, so let's talk about the other 3 issues. The first one is transaction cost. Remember when we talked about Google payment? When I receive 100 rupees, the 7 rupees is taken by Google or the banks in between. So we have to solve that. The second one is the data privacy. Whenever you share something online, everyone knows about it, okay? So there's nothing called as private in this open world. So even if you upload your photos on Facebook by making them private, or in fact, WhatsApp says, right, end-to-end encryption. Do you believe that? There is an NSA in US, the National Security Agency. They collect all your data to spy on you, right? I would recommend you a movie to watch. The movie called Snowden. I will just write. I will write in a chat window. Snowden movie. If you get if you get time, just watch that. So this movie talks about Edward Snowden, about NSA. Yeah. Okay, so even WhatsApp, even if they say it's an end-to-end encryption, it's not actually. There is a lot of issues. They can still see your data, and in between also, maybe last month WhatsApp revealed that they will be selling your data. They will be using your data. Yeah, they also mentioned that it will be for business, but it came after 1 week, after all those memes or all those uninstallations on Play Store or one rated reviews. Okay, and we have a trust issue, right? On the internet, we don't trust each other, and we want to build that trust again. And the solution is blockchain. Notice blockchain. Now, blockchain is basically technology, and the name suggests it is block and chain, right? Now, what it means? Now, think about this. Every time we do a transaction, let's say if I send 10 rupees to Alok, now in this case, we are not storing that data anywhere. We're not storing that data on banks, because we don't have bank in between, right? We have removed bank. Imagine this world without banks. Difficult, but imagine. In this case, if I send 10 rupees to Alok, and Alok says, okay, I have received 10 rupees here. So we will make a transaction. Okay, so let's say we have a block, and in this block, we have a lot of transactions. In that, one transaction is from Navin to Alok. So Navin is a sender, Alok is a receiver, amount is 10 rupees. Now this is one transaction, but in this world, we don't have only Navin and Alok, we have different people, right? Now, of course, everyone wants to send money or they want to do some transactions. So all these transactions will go to one block. So let's say in this 10-15 minutes, we got one block. Now, we will be also calculating the hash of it. And I'm not sure if you know a concept of hash, but imagine if I'm a person, the fingerprint is a hash. And for every person, fingerprint is different. The only thing which is different here is, of course, I have a fingerprint, it will not change. But in the computer world, when I say it's a fingerprint, even if I make a small change on myself, for example, let's say if I change my t-shirt, if I shave, if I grow beard, if I lose my weight, the fingerprint will change. That's the only thing which is different here. Okay, so if I find my hash now, this hash is applicable for this data. If I change something, the hash will change, the fingerprint will change. So in this case, we have hash of B1. So B1 is a block. This block has a lot of transactions, right? Now, after half an hour, we'll get some more transactions, and that will be in one block. Now, of course, for that block also, you have to find its hash, right? So you can say we have B2. So hash of B2, which is second block. But what it will also have is hash of B1. Okay, so second block will have the hash of the first block. Likewise, we have B3, will have a hash of B3, but it will also include the hash of B2. And then it will have B4, and then list goes on. So we have so many blocks, right? Now, what is happening here is we have block, and basically we are building a chain of blocks. Now, this looks similar as linked list. Now, if you have that subject, which is data structures, in which you have a concept called linked list, where you connect all the blocks or all the links, not links, all the variables. What do you call in linked list? What do you call elements? Yeah? So you connect all the elements with the help of the addresses. I hope you remember that. Second, this is the same thing, the linked list. But why is this so important? See, the thing is, the only way you can build trust on the internet is when you know the data which you can see is not corruptible, right? Blockchain provides you that. Blockchain says, if any hacker is trying to change data here, example, let's say somewhere in some transaction, let's say in B2, I have sent, let's say, 100 rupees to Himanshu, okay? And then, or maybe Himanshu is sending 100 rupees to me. So Himanshu is the sender, NAVIN is the receiver, and amount is 100 rupees. But let's say after a few days, Himanshu thought, hey, I can trick here, right? Instead of having that data which says 100 rupees, Himanshu is updating that with some number, let's say 1 lakh rupees. Himanshu is being a hacker here. He is changing the data. So let's say in B2, he changed some transaction. Now, remember, every time you make any changes in the block, it will affect the hash. Now, the hash of B2 will become B21, any number actually. But the thing is, it is changing. Now, this will affect this next block. Now, why it will affect the next block is because the next block has a hash of the previous block. And if you change that hash, it will affect the next block, which will affect the next block, and it will affect the next block. So you will say, what's a big thing here? The big thing is, if any hacker is trying to change data, see, data will change, okay? But this hacker, the moment the hacker changes data, the entire network will say, hey, something is happening, someone is changing data. Let's push that person out of the network. So basically, Himanshu will be thrown out of the network. And that's how you can secure your network. See, there are a lot of technical things happening behind the scene, but we're just trying to make it simple. Okay, so blockchain is great, right? Now, one of the application of blockchain is Bitcoin, right? Now, Bitcoin is famous. So Bitcoin works, or Bitcoin is famous because of blockchain. The next one is Ethereum, right? Now, these two are great. We have Bitcoin, we have Ethereum. In fact, what Ethereum has done is, I don't know if you have heard about this, there's a lot of talk happening about Beeple. I don't know if you follow memes or if you read news. This is an art, okay? And if you can see, this is an art. Let me click on this. This is an art created by an artist. Okay, I guess they will be having some more image here. This is an art created by this artist. And recently, this art got sold online. And of course, that artist wants money, so they will be selling that. And this art is called The First 5,000 Days. Any guess how much it sold for? This thing got sold for $70,000, which should be around 60 lakhs, or yeah, somewhere around that. 60 lakh rupees for this art. I'm not saying this is not a great art, but people paid more. I mean, someone who bought this has paid extra because of auction. So digital art is getting sold online now, right? Now, how this thing came is because of this thing, which is CryptoKitties. Now, CryptoKitties came in 2018 somewhere, and this is where you can buy cats, the virtual cats, readable cats. And so example, if you say you want to see all the cats here. So if you want to buy a cat, you can select a cat and you can buy it. The best thing is when you buy a cat, this is yours, not physically, the digital art, okay? And no one will have the same cat. So this is like collectibles, like you can collect it. Now, because of this, things are getting very famous. Now, if you get enough time, search about NFTs. In fact, today in itself, I'm going to record a video on NFTs, which will be uploaded in the next 2 days. So if you want to know about non-fungible tokens like CryptoKitties, you can follow that. So yeah, so we have Bitcoin, we have Ethereum, right? But what is more powerful is this two, the Hyperledger and Coda. See, at the start itself, I mentioned in future you will be joining industries, right? You will be working on some you're working with some companies. Now, even companies want to use blockchain. And that's why the finance minister said, we are not going to ban all cryptocurrencies, some of them. Now, what they will support is a concept which is blockchain. Industries, in fact, some of the company I'm working with, they are implementing blockchain with the help of Hyperledger and Corda. So if you want to learn about blockchain, start with Bitcoin, Ethereum, but ultimately you have to move towards enterprise blockchains where companies are using it, like Hyperledger and Corda, right? So yeah, that's it from this. I know not something we can cover entirely, but in one I'm trying my best. So if you have any questions, let me know. And I do have videos on all these things on YouTube. So you can follow this channel, which is TELUSKO, youtube.com/TELUSKO. Any questions? I'm there in the chat window if you have any questions.
Hi, this is Sami Mohammed.
Yeah, hi.
And yeah, so I have a question regarding Dogecoin.
Yes,
so,
please. Yeah, please go on.
Wait, I'm having some connection issue. Just give me a minute.
Okay, sure. Okay, till the time, if anyone has any questions, you can ask.
So, hey Naveen, I'm back.
Yeah, please go on.
So my question regarding Bitcoin is, what can you tell me what will be the future of cryptocurrency? Like, do you think in 4 years they will start accepting cryptocurrency currency as a payment? I mean, can you explain more?
See, that's a good question. In fact, everyone has the same issue, right? Sorry. See, the thing is, the concept of cryptocurrency is awesome. It's not something we wanted now, right? It's there from long time. In fact, in the earlier 2000, in fact, a lot of people wanted something like they wanted a global currency, not in a term of cryptocurrencies or something. They wanted global currencies which will replace dollars, rupees, one single currency for the entire world. But no one was able to give a solution. How can we do that? So there's a basic problem called double spend. So before Bitcoin, there were a lot of currencies as well, but no one was able to solve the double spend problem. So double spend problem simply means if I give you 10, let's say in my account, I have 10 rupees. I will give you, let's say 7 rupees. That means I only have 3 rupees now, right? So I can only spend that 3 rupees. But in some currencies, in the experimental currencies, they were able to double spend. If I give you 7 rupees, I was able to spend 10 rupees also, if I do that simultaneously. But then cryptocurrencies were able to solve it. Now, cryptocurrency is great in that terms, but then the problem is there's no rules and regulations which will regulate Bitcoins or which will regulate cryptocurrencies. Facebook is trying to do that. With Libra, they are trying to go with regulated currencies. But unfortunately, it is not open cryptocurrencies. It is owned by Facebook. So what we are looking for now is, first of all, Bitcoin is something which will get banned because of its openness. In fact, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, all the billionaires, they don't like Bitcoins. In fact, Elon Musk is not supporting Bitcoin. But what they are supporting is some sort of cryptocurrencies. It can be something new which is coming in the future, which will have some rules and regulations. Maybe India will have its own cryptocurrency in future, which will have some rules and regulations. So that's the future we are looking for. A currency which will be global, but which should have some rules and regulations. It should not be that volatile. Example, let's say if you buy a Bitcoin now, which is at the price of $58,000, in future, it should not go to $10,000 or it should not go to $100,000. It should not be that volatile, which Bitcoin is now. But in future, we can expect some new currencies with rules and less volatility.
Yeah. Thanks for your answer, Navin. And
I hope that helps.
yeah, thank you.
Great. Any other questions?
So if you compare Bitcoin with Dogecoin, so do you see any growth in the Dogecoin?
So in Dogecoin?
Yeah, how do you see yourself as an investor in 10 years? If you have invested in Dogecoin today,
Yeah.
how as an investor will you see after 10 years?
No, that's something. There are two things here. The first one is I'm not personally an investor in any cryptocurrency. Even if I am, I will not reveal that online because it is illegal. Second is cryptocurrencies are very volatile. Dogecoin just got the hype because of that tweet. In future, it might go to zero. It might touch $1. It might touch $10, which is very volatile now. So if you have extra money, just try to invest for two reasons. One, if you want to get rich, okay, that's one thing. Second is to experiment. See, as an IT professional or as someone who is eager to learn, one way to learn is by investing, right? So let's say even if you invest 100 rupees in Dogecoin, you can at least buy around, not sure, you will get good number of Dogecoins for you. Even if that goes zero, that's fine. Even if it goes up, that's fine. But you will learn something about investing and cryptocurrencies. Personally, I will not suggest any type of cryptocurrencies. You can go with your gut feeling, maybe Bitcoin or Dogecoin. But looking at the trend, I still believe Bitcoin is still powerful compared to Dogecoin.
So do you think, so as you know, Dogecoin is worth $7.4 billion. It's a market cap. So do you think it can fall to zero, having that much big asset?
See, in Bitcoins, so, from 2013, there were thousands of alternate coins which came into the market. So it will not go to zero, but it may go down. So again, as I mentioned, I'm not an investor kind of person who knows about the graph, but cryptocurrencies are very volatile. So not a safe investment as per my knowledge.
Oh, okay. Got it.
And again, this topic was not about, so this for everyone, okay, because I guess there's one more question here in the chat. This topic was not about investment or cryptocurrencies, it was more of a blockchain, okay, in technical ways. Best way of smart investments, for that you need someone from the investment background. For me, I personally do follow mutual funds, safest option.
So as you said, you invest in mutual funds, right? So comparing the normal stocks, what takeaways can we take? Like, what are the pros and cons, like investing in share rather than mutual fund? Can you explain more about it?
Maybe we should have a different session for that about mutual funds and stocks. But still, the thing is, I do it through the apps. Like we have Zero Adda, we have ICICI. It's the safest option, right? We have equity, we have debt, and I normally do the balancing of 50-50, safest option. I've not touched the stocks yet.
Thank you, sir, for delivering informative, interesting, and wonderful lecture on this blockchain. I hope our student and audience must have now clear picture about blockchain.
Yeah. Thank you so much for inviting.
I also thank Navin sir for valuable time student. Life
Yeah, thanks.
require the only that student rest for success, and I to be the efficient as a possible. I wish you all the best. Thank you, and sir, thank you again. Now let's proceed with the events of the day. So today events are Free Fire, COD, Tech Quiz, Code War, and Scribble. Our first event will be Free Fire and COD. So student, we will be paid for the 1 and 2 minutes and we will start the all events. Thank you.
Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great.